My study of German language and history in college and my study of Christianity in seminary came together in one hero, Dietrich Bonhoeffer. At the age of 27, January 1933, 2 days after Hitler was installed as chancellor, pastor and teacher Bonhoeffer delivered a radio address in which he warned Germany against slipping into an idolatrous cult of the Führer leader, who could very well turn out to be Wehrführer, misleader, seducer, before his broadcast was cut off. I was transformed by Dietrich Bonhoeffer's 1937 seminal book, The Cost of Discipleship, Nachfolge, Following, which contains the quote, "Cheap grace is the preaching of forgiveness without requiring repentance, baptism without church discipline, communion without confession. Cheap grace is grace without discipleship, grace without taking the cross, grace without Jesus Christ living and incarnate." The German evangelical church, Deutsche Evangelische Kirche, revealed just how costly cheap grace can be. As they became the German Christian movement, the evangelical church followed Hitler's demand with the threat of violence that Nazi doctrine be preached by all 18,000 pastors to unify the 45 million Protestants in Germany, religion supporting fascism. Bonhoeffer and others resisted Hitler's control of the church with their confessing church movement. In 1934, the Barmen Declaration, written by theologian Karl Barth, said that Christ is the head of the church, not the Führer. And the Barmen Declaration remains in our Presbyterian Church's Book of Confessions in case that question ever came up again. 20% of church leaders took the risk of following Jesus. God only knows why 80% chose Hitler as their Führer leader instead of Yahweh. Popular rarely equals righteous. After leading underground seminaries because he was forbidden to speak in public, on the 10th anniversary of his radio address about a dictator on day one, he was imprisoned as an enemy of the state. 4 weeks before Germany's surrender, Dietrich Bonhoeffer was executed in Flossenburg concentration camp on April 9, 1945. His last book, Letters and Papers from Prison, were published 7 years later to inspire all future generations. If you'd like to learn more, Homebrewed Christianity is in the midst of an excellent online course and podcast called The Rise of Bonhoeffer, and I hear a movie's being released soon about him. What bells of the past do you hear ringing today? What risks are you taking with your secret ballot?